The Holy Spirit isn't looking for a stage. He's looking for a heart, not someone who wants to use him, but someone who wants to know him. The question isn't how much power you can carry, it's how much of you he can have. Do you want his friendship or just his gifts? Do you know what it means to walk with the Holy Spirit? Not just to know about him, not just to talk about him, not just to be taught about him in church, but to truly walk with him. To know him as your closest companion, your guide, your gentle whisper in the night, your ever-present friend. That's what I want to talk to you about today. There is nothing in this world more precious, more sacred than fellowship with the Holy Spirit. You can have the applause of men. You can have all the worldly success your heart can dream of. You can sit in palaces or walk with kings. But if you don't have the Holy Spirit, you have nothing. And if you do have him, if you have his friendship, if you walk with him, you have everything. That's the difference. That's the secret. And oh, how few truly know it. So many talk about the Holy Spirit as if he's an energy or a force or a sensation that comes during a song. But he is not a thing. He is not a wave of emotion. He is not a shout, not a dance, not a goosebump. He is a person. And the Holy Spirit is longing to be known, not visited, to be loved, not used. He is waiting for someone to be his friend, not just someone who wants his gifts or his power or his miracles, but someone who wants him. There's something I must tell you. Something I've learned not from books, not from sermons, but from the long nights alone with him. The Holy Spirit is drawn to humility. He is grieved by pride. He is never loud, never forceful, never pushing himself forward. He waits. And if you ignore him, he will quietly step back. If you grieve him, he will not argue. He will not shout over you. His presence is like a dove, so gentle, so sensitive, so holy. And do you know the first step to becoming a true friend of the Holy Spirit? It is surrender, complete surrender. The kind of surrender that costs you everything. The kind of surrender where you say, Holy Spirit, I don't want anything that grieves you. I don't want any thought, any relationship, any habit, any ambition that keeps me from you. It is the willingness to give up not just the bad things, but even the good things. If he whispers that they're not for you, you see, he doesn't just want your time on Sunday morning. He wants your whole life. He wants to walk with you when you wake up in the morning, when you make your breakfast, when you're alone in the car, when you're surrounded by people, and when the tears are falling on your pillow. He wants to be there. But more than that, he wants to be invited. Many people ask, how do I hear the voice of the Holy Spirit? And I want to ask them, how often do you listen? You can't hear someone if your life is full of noise. You can't hear a whisper if your heart is always in a hurry. He speaks. Oh yes, he speaks. But he speaks in stillness. He speaks when your heart is quiet enough to wait. Not just physically quiet, but quiet from pride, quiet from selfish ambition, quiet from all the voices of the world. That's where friendship begins, in the quiet. And can I tell you something else? He doesn't speak just to show you your future. He speaks to reveal his heart. He longs to share his grief with you. Yes, his grief. He longs to whisper what breaks the Father's heart. He longs to pull you close and let you feel what he feels. That's what friendship is. Not just what he can do for you, but what you can share with him. There have been moments, oh sacred moments, where the presence of the Holy Spirit came so near, I dared not speak. I dared not move. The room became so holy I felt I would die if I said a word. I wasn't asking for anything. I wasn't looking for a miracle. I just wanted him to know I loved him. I just wanted to be near him. That's all. And in those moments, heaven touches earth. You don't need music. You don't need crowds. You just need a heart fully yielded. Do you know what separates those who are truly used by God from those who are just performers? It's not talent. It's not charisma. It's not education or influence. It's this: has the Holy Spirit found a resting place in you? That's the question, not just a visitor. A resting place. Someone who won't push him away when it gets inconvenient. Someone who won't silence him when the cost is high. Someone who says, you can have it all. You can have me. And when you walk in friendship with the Holy Spirit, something happens to you. You start to love what he loves. You start to hate what he hates. You stop craving attention. You stop needing the world to clap for you. You don't want the spotlight. You just want to please him. That becomes your joy, pleasing him. Nothing else matters. You can walk alone and not feel lonely. You can be misunderstood and not need to explain yourself. Because you're walking with him. He will teach you how to pray. He will teach you how to love. He will teach you how to forgive when it hurts. He will break your heart for what breaks his. He will refine you. He will purify you. He will show you who Jesus is, not just in your head, but in your spirit. You will begin to see him, not just believe in him. That's what the Holy Spirit does. He reveals Jesus. He glorifies the Son. He opens your eyes to the beauty of the Lamb. And the more you walk with the Holy Spirit, the less this world satisfies. You begin to long for eternity. You begin to feel like a stranger here. The things that once thrilled you now seem empty. The conversations that once amused you now grieve you. Because your heart is being shaped by heaven. Your desires are being rewired. Your eyes begin to see people not as problems, but as souls. You start weeping for the lost. You start aching for the broken. Why? Because that's his heart, and you've become his friend. It's not always glamorous. Sometimes it means being quiet when your flesh wants to speak. Sometimes it means being misunderstood. Sometimes it means walking away from people who refuse to honor what is holy. But oh, the reward of knowing him. Nothing can compare, nothing even comes close. His companionship, his nearness, his voice in the midnight hour. The way he wraps around your heart when you feel weak, the way he gently convicts you. Not to condemn you, but to make you more like Jesus. This is the most sacred treasure you'll ever know. And don't think for a moment that friendship with the Holy Spirit is only for pastors or evangelists or those on stages. No, no, no. It's for the mother doing laundry. It's for the young man working 2 jobs. It's for the elderly widow who whispers his name as she sits alone. It's for the teenager crying out in their room. It's for you. He is no respecter of persons. He is looking for anyone who will welcome him. You don't have to be perfect. Just willing. You don't have to know all the scriptures. Just have a heart that says wise. That's all it takes. A heart that says, Holy Spirit, I don't want to go another day without your friendship. Come, be near. Teach me, break me, fill me. That kind of heart draws him like nothing else. Sometimes the journey is painful. He will deal with areas you tried to hide. He will ask for things you thought you could keep. But every time you surrender, every time you say yes, he fills you with more of himself. And that is the goal. More of him, less of me, less pride, less noise, less self. More of him. And oh, when he fills the room, when he comes close, you'll know it. The atmosphere changes. Tears begin to flow without explanation. Healing comes. Peace rushes in like a river. You'll find yourself undone. Not because someone laid hands on you, but because the person of the Holy Spirit stepped in. That's real. That's sacred. That's friendship. I can't live without him. I won't. I've known what it's like to walk in his nearness. And I've known what it's like when I grieved him. And I tell you the truth, there is no pain like the pain of his absence. Nothing breaks the heart more than knowing you've pushed him away. So I plead with you, treasure him, honor him, listen for his whisper, make room for him, not just in your meetings but in your mornings, in your thoughts, in your lifestyle. Every day say, Good morning, Holy Spirit. Every decision ask, what would please you? Every failure run back to him. Don't harden your heart, he is gentle, he is loving. And he is longing for a friend. That's all he's looking for. Not a superstar, not a celebrity. A friend, someone he can trust. Someone who will walk slowly enough to hear his voice. Someone who will obey even when it costs. Someone who will love him more than platform, more than applause, more than reputation, more than comfort. So today, would you open the door to him again? Would you slow down long enough to hear his voice? Would you let go of the things that grieve him and give him the place he deserves? It's not too late. He's still waiting. He's still calling. The Spirit of the living God longs to be your friend. Let him in. You see, there's a hidden path, a sacred journey that not many walk. It's the way of communion, the way of companionship with the Holy Spirit. It's not crowded and it's not loud. It's narrow, it's costly. But it leads to places no human words can describe. It leads you straight into the heart of God. It's a road paved with surrender, watered with tears, lined with invisible footprints of those who chose to walk with him above all else. If you choose that path, you'll never be the same. Some people think they're too ordinary, too broken, too forgotten to be friends with the Holy Spirit, but those are the ones he loves to come close to. The forgotten ones, the wounded ones, overlooked, the rejected, the empty-handed. They are his favorite resting places because they have nothing else to boast in, nothing to cling to but him. And when he finds a heart like that, oh, how he rushes in. How he wraps them in his presence. You don't need a name. You just need to be available. He's not looking for perfection. He's looking for room. You may feel small, but to him your heart is a temple, a holy sanctuary. If you let him, he will come in and dwell there, not just visit. Dwell. The Holy Spirit doesn't want weekend visits. He wants to abide. He doesn't want to just move in a moment of worship. He wants to walk with you in every moment of your life. He wants to be the first voice you hear in the morning and the last one before you sleep. He wants to whisper wisdom when you're confused, to breathe peace when you're anxious, to guide your every step, not as a dictator, but as the most faithful friend. So many people chase after signs and wonders. They chase after manifestations and miracles. But I must tell you the truth. The greatest miracle is not what he does through you. It's what he does in you. The true mark of friendship with the Holy Spirit is not that you can prophesy, or preach, or lay hands. It's that your heart becomes soft, your desires become pure, your love becomes real. The Holy Spirit doesn't just want to make you powerful. He wants to make you holy. And in holiness there is beauty, there is joy, there is liberty. The world says holiness is restriction. But holiness is where the Holy Spirit feels at home. And when He is at home in you, everything changes. The atmosphere around you changes. You walk into a room and people feel peace. You speak and broken hearts begin to mend. Not because of you, but because of who walks with you. You become a carrier of His presence, not just for meetings, but for daily life. Grocery stores, sidewalks, hospitals, kitchens. Every space becomes sacred when you walk with Him. And every moment becomes an opportunity for Him to reveal Jesus. Sometimes He will ask you to wait, and you won't understand why. But it's in the waiting that friendship deepens. It's in the waiting that your faith is refined. That's where He tests your love. Will you still choose Him when He is silent? Will you still adore Him when the doors don't open? Will you still stay close when the blessings seem delayed? That's what friends do. They don't walk away when it's inconvenient. They don't love only when they receive. They stay. There is something indescribably precious about that kind of friendship. It goes beyond gifts, it goes beyond feelings, it becomes a covenant, a sacred bond. You begin to live with a constant awareness of His presence. You speak carefully because you don't want to grieve Him. You walk humbly because you know He resists the proud. You pray without ceasing, not out of duty but out of desire. Because talking to Him becomes like breathing. You can't imagine life without it. And when He corrects you, oh how sweet it is. His conviction is not condemnation. It's the gentle hand of a friend who refuses to let you stray. He will whisper, that word you spoke wasn't pleasing. That attitude wasn't like Jesus. And you'll weep not out of fear, but out of love. Because you don't want anything to separate you from His nearness. That's when you know you're His friend, when His correction is precious to you, when it draws you, not repels you. I've seen what happens when the Holy Spirit truly finds a surrendered vessel. I've seen lives transformed, not just touched. I've seen people leave addictions in a moment, not because someone shouted, but because the weight of His glory was too much to resist. I've seen hardened men fall to their knees without a word, simply because His presence walked into the room. That's the power of the Holy Spirit. Not just noise, not just display, but real, eternal change. And that kind of power comes only through intimacy. You can't fake friendship with Him. He sees past your stage. He sees past your words. He sees the secret place. He knows whether you seek Him when no one is watching. He knows if your tears are real. He knows what you whisper in the dark. And still, He longs to draw near. Isn't that beautiful? Even when we fail, even when we stumble, He doesn't leave. He waits, He convicts, He woos. Because He's not after performance, He's after you. Sometimes you'll feel His presence like a fire, sometimes like a wind, sometimes like a tender hand on your shoulder. But most days He comes like a whisper, not dramatic, not loud. But if your heart is still, you'll feel Him. You'll know He's near. And in those quiet moments, He speaks the loudest. He reveals the deepest truths. He pours in His peace like oil. And you'll find yourself saying, this is enough. Just to be with you is enough. There may come a day when all the things you built come crashing down. When friends walk away. When applause fades. When the spotlight dims. And in that moment, you'll know what really matters. You'll know who your true companion is. The one who never left. The one who stayed when others ran. The one who sat with you in your sorrow and lifted you in your shame. The one who didn't need you to be strong, just honest. That's the Holy Spirit. And when you've tasted that friendship, you won't want anything else. The world will lose its pull. You'll stop striving. You'll stop comparing. Because you've found the treasure hidden in the field. You've found the pearl of great price. And you'll give up anything just to keep it. Some people live for ministry. Others live for success. But there is a remnant. A hidden people who live for Him. They don't need titles. They don't need stages. They just want His voice, His touch, His smile. They're the ones He trusts. They're the ones He uses. They're the ones who walk into rooms and change atmospheres, not because of their name, but because they carry His. And you can be one of them. Yes, you. It doesn't matter what your past looks like. It doesn't matter how many times you've failed. All that matters is that you say yes again. That you open your heart again. That you quiet your soul long enough to hear Him calling. Because He is calling. Even now, he may not come the way you expect. He may not move when you demand. But when he comes, oh, when he comes, he will come with healing. He will come with love. He will come with joy unspeakable and peace that passes understanding. He will come and make his home in you, and you will never walk alone again. There's nothing like the Holy Spirit, nothing more precious, nothing more holy, and all he's looking for is a friend. Would you be that friend? Would you make room for him? Would you live a life that says, "Come, Holy Spirit"? Not just today, not just when I need you, but every moment of my life. Come and stay. I am yours. He's waiting. And so if there is anything I could leave with you, it is this: he is waiting for you. Not for your perfection, not for your performance. He is waiting for your surrender. He is waiting for your companionship. He is waiting for a heart that says, "Holy Spirit, I want to know you, not just in power, but in friendship. Not just in moments, but in every breath." That kind of heart becomes his dwelling place. That kind of life becomes his vessel. Everything else fades but friendship with him, that is eternal. So choose him, walk with him, and never let him go. Holy Spirit, I give you all of me, every dream, every failure, every fear, every desire. Take the parts of me I've tried to control, and breathe your will into them. I don't want to just know about you. I want to walk with you. I want to be your friend. Break anything in me that breaks your heart. I say yes, not just today, but every day. Have your way in me.